questions about Joseph.
Yes.
I know you have fond memories of Joseph, so
Yes.
have I. 14 times I was there. Wow!
Oh, were you the one stalking me?
Yes.
Yes.
All three of my children, it was their first experience with theater, and now I have trouble keeping them out, so thank you for bankrupting me.
Oh, thank you for paying my light bill.
What is your favorite song from that?
Close every door.
It's my daughter's
Close
too.
every door to me. It was really the pinnacle of, they call it the apex of the story, because that's the lowest part of his career, the lowest part of his life, and that's where he began to build. And it was such an inspiring song to sing. It still gives me chills every time I sing it.
Well, that's funny because I emailed my daughter, she's in England, and I said, sure, I give you my camera, and then Debbie tells me we're coming to see Donny Osmond. She emails back, can't believe it, tell him to sing Close Every Door, it's my favorite, I've worn it out on 3 DVDs and on my iPod.
Right.
So I'll tell her you sang.
Can I give you a quick story about Joseph?
Sure.
Do you remember the scene where I was running around Mrs. Potiphar's bed, and then I land on top of her, Mr. Potiphar walks in, doesn't look very good.
Yes.
She throws me down. Well, every single show, all 2,000 shows that I did, the game was, can we get the loincloth off the top? There are 4 little hook and eyes. I mean, that's all that kept this loincloth on, right? And there were some nights where they got it down to just 1 that was left, right? They got 3. There was one night they got it off.
And I missed it?
And you missed it. And of all places, it was in Salt Lake City with all my neighbors in the audience. And the show came to a complete halt. I'm sitting there with these little dainty underthings on, you know, and everybody's laughing their heads off. And I'm thinking, gee, thanks a lot, you know. My conductor in the pit, he's laughing. He can't, you know, compose himself. So I, come on, let's keep the show going. I put the loincloth on and sang Close Every Door. That was the hardest time for me to sing Close Every Door.
Trying to keep straight.
Oh, and everybody's out there cracking up, you know.
Well, you know, on Wednesday when we're at the show, you perform Close Every Door, and I felt like I was, you know, back in my teen years, because I was sitting there and my uncle's beside me, and he started singing. I just grabbed his arm like, oh, I like this song, and I'm on the edge of my seat like this. And it gives you goosebumps, the song. I mean, how it's written, it's so melodic, it's so deep, and so mysterious.
It was that song that got me the gig of Joseph. Do we have a few more minutes before we have to break? It was an audition in New York City. I was in Los Angeles at the time. I was very busy doing some work. And my agent called me and said, can you fly to New York for this audition? I said, well, I'll have to take a red-eye to the audition and get right back to Los Angeles. So on the way to the airport, I stopped at Tower Records, and I buy the soundtrack to get familiar with Close Every Door and Any Good Will Do. So I said, I'll learn it on the plane. I get on there, put the headphones on, turn it on, and I fall asleep.
Oh, no.
The next thing I know, we're landing in New York City. I'm unprepared for this audition. I have no idea. I know the melody, but I haven't committed to the words. And Garth Drabinsky was out in the audience waiting for me to do my audition. I walk out there and said, Mr. Drabinsky, I am so unprepared for this. He said, well, you gotta sing something, kid. So I said, I kicked the piano player off the piano, played Sacred Emotion, a couple of my records. And he said, you gotta sing something from the show. I said, Garth, in order to do this, you're gonna let me sing it, but I have to read the lyrics off the CD. Go ahead, do it. So I started in, close every door to me, and the piano player kept going. And it just kept building and building, and I went for that high note at the very, very end, and I nailed it, and I hung on to it, and then I stopped. You can hear a pin drop. The next thing I heard was, come here, kid. And I walk out in the audience. It was like in one of the movies where you see these people out, you can't see their faces.
Can't see their faces.
So I walk out there, and he said, you're the one that I want. You are committed, and I'm canceling the rest of the auditions. And I looked at it, and I said, I'll think about it.